Hi,
Hi.
welcome to Why Are We Like This? We're here today to talk about the season 2 trailer.
Woo! Freaking finally, man.
It's so good too. Oh my God.
Yes. How many times have you cried?
A lot. Like a lot. I was playing it on my TV last night so I could just like watch it over and over again. And I was just like, it's so beautiful.
A friend of mine texted me yesterday. They were like, I just watched the Heartstopper season 2 trailer. It looks so cute. And I was like, I need to just give a short response to this because it was like late, and I was also like in the middle of watching Yellow Jackets, and I was very invested in that, and I was like, I don't have the like brain power to talk about all the things I want to talk about, and also this person isn't as intensely into Heartstopper as I am. So like I know they know this side of me, so it's not that I'm like scared of them knowing about my crazy fangirl side. They know about it. It's just I don't want to do it right now. So I
Yeah,
had to make a conscious choice to just be like, OMG, yeah.
I love that. Yeah, I had a couple people ask me like, so what did you think? And I was like, I really liked it.
Do you want the real answer to that question? Because we could be here a
How
while.
long do you have? All right. Three, two, one, play.
Nick. Hi. Hi.
I have a boyfriend!
Yes, we're all fully aware.
Come on.
I want to tell people. It's hard to find the right time.
Your friend group is so nice. How did you get to know everyone?
I want you to come out when and how you want to.
How is the worst person to have a crush on? What if you tried actually flirting with him?
My mum's been moaning at me to get a haircut.
Your hair's cute, Mom.
If this doesn't work out, then I lose my best friend in the whole world.
I love you. That's not me asking you to say it back or anything. Yeah.
Does Charlie know you don't want to come out?
I do want to come out.
Is everyone ready for Paris?
I'm jealous of you and Nick in some ways. You talk about your feelings.
I can make sure that Nick doesn't have to deal with what I did. I can protect him. Everything's going to be perfect.
Oh my god.
Do you think anyone will notice?
Oh my god.
It's perfect.
It's so good.
I've liked him for so long. Sometimes I think he might like me back.
Even if you make mistakes sometimes, you're a good person who deserves love.
They are going to be a handful today.
You don't have to understand your feelings completely. You don't have to always have figured everything out. You can just feel.
Charlie! You're being gay. Good job. Carry on.
Yes, so good.
I know that we all knew that Kizzy was gonna nail, oh, you're being gay, good job, carry on. But finally getting to actually witness it,
Yes.
be still my heart.
I know.
Literally cheered aloud the first time I watched it. It scared my family dog. She was like, yes! And she was like half asleep, and she just went, what?
I did my like reactions, like I recorded it, but I screamed so loud that the mic like canceled out, like it didn't even pick it up. You can see my mouth open, but you can't hear anything.
That's hilarious.
I just have some notes.
Of course you do. I don't, but I will follow your lead.
I love that it starts with this scene of them in the school that we already know is from the first 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Isaac during the I have a boyfriend scene, because all in like one shot he's able to like roll his eyes and look completely annoyed, but also have like a really wicked grin, like because he's on the inside he's like eating it up, you know. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, you do have a boyfriend.
And like there's like the I fucking knew it
Yeah.
undertones there as well.
Yes. There's so much kissing
So
happening
much kissing.
in this trailer. I was not prepared for it. I love Nick taking pictures of Charlie. I love the like scene of him in the park where he's like, you know, very focused on taking the photos. It made me think of the snow scene.
Yeah.
It's like
and it's like, I love that they're planting that now, because that becomes such an important part of their relationship in later chapters. And as much as we don't like to talk about Nick and Charlie, in Nick and Charlie, the pictures are a really important detail. So I love that we're really starting to plant that seed, like from the outset.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a lot of
He
feelings.
really does. He just wants as many photos of Charlie as he can get.
Yeah.
It's adorable.
It really is.
So here's something that I noticed. Right after this little Nick and Charlie montage, we get this shot of a rugby practice, it looks like.
Uh-huh.
Charlie's on the field.
I didn't notice that. I got distracted.
He is clearly in the shot. So I'm curious as to what's going on there. Is he going to rejoin the team?
I wonder, Nick probably talks him into rejoining the team. Like, especially because things are smoothed over with Tao, and that was a really big catalyst for him quitting.
True.
So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if early on he rejoins the team, or even if like Coach Singh talks him into it. And like part of the conversation from the comics that she has with Nick, she actually has with Charlie, or with both of them. That could be potentially interesting.
That's a good theory. I like that.
Also on the rugby field.
Yes. My next note just says, lads.
We get Cy, Christian, and Otis. And if you listened to our comics coverage, you know how much we've been wanting more of the rugby lads, specifically those three. Are they the same actors? It's just a quick shot, but I feel like,
I mean, Otis is definitely the same.
It is. Yeah. Maybe it's just Christian, who we didn't really get a ton of.
Yeah.
I'm sure that I could just quickly go to IMDb, but I don't have that open right now. So
right. Low on the priority list. This does look to me like a really good mates setup. So fingers crossed there.
They have to. They have to. It's so important.
Yeah.
On so many levels. One of them being, I need it. Therefore, it is essential.
Give it. So then we get this shot of everyone in Charlie's living room, and it is Tara and Darcy sitting in a chair together on one end of the coffee table, Isaac in his book, and then Tao and Elle on this end of the coffee table, and Nick and Charlie on the couch. And I teared up watching this scene, because now they're sitting in the same spot on that couch, and he wants to touch Charlie's fingers, and he does. Yeah! He actually makes it to him this time, and I was just like, we've come so far.
Yeah.
I love that they're all just like hanging out, having a good time. They're like eating snacks. It must be movie night. And then we get this shot in the kitchen with Imogen. And I think my theory on this, why would they show us this? Except maybe this is when he's going to come out to Imogen.
I hope so.
Because
I
she's like
really
setting it up, right? She's like, so how'd you meet all of these people?
Yeah, I love the concept of like movie night with Imogen and all of Charlie's
Yeah,
friends.
in the group.
But yeah, I really do hope so. And the way that the trailer is edited makes me a little bit worried that he's gonna like not do it. I was trying to find a better way of saying it. But that could just be trailer editing to try and portray what the story arc is going to be.
Right. Because
But
it
you
really
know,
cuts off before he can say anything. So I feel like there's a good chance.
yeah, it had a very similar energy, like, and in like the brief moment that we get before it cuts, it has a similar energy to when he comes out to Elle. So I'm hoping that is in fact what that is.
Yeah. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. The next scene is this scene at night in Nick's bedroom. And Nick is clearly not having a good day.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie lays down next to him and it's so dark. And I'm like, okay, here's my theory. I think Charlie snuck out to go see sad Nick. And that's why he's grounded. Because when they're texting later, it says that he's grounded and Nick wishes he could see him. That's my theory on why he got grounded. Because I think in family, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get David shit. And that would be a way to tie in Jane shit.
Yeah.
So.
And we need to start getting more Jane shit. I mean, we don't need to. I'd be fine without it. But in terms of the story that they're telling, we kind of need it, narratively speaking. Harumph.
Yes. Yeah. Also,
can we just get rid of all of the sadness?
Excuse me. The photos that are on his wall include the photo that they took in the like put your face in the sign at the beach of the cat and the dog.
I didn't notice that. Oh my god.
Also, he has the same two photo booth photos that are on Charlie's wall. So how'd they get two sets of the same photo and where'd the other two photos go?
Excellent question. Yeah, that seems like someone in props maybe made a mistake.
There's also the like rugby lads photo, like of the rugby team that is like floated around from season 1 promo, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it was supposed to be I bet it was a Nick Instagram post.
Yeah, I think it was. I think we saw that at some point.
And then there's another photo of Charlie, but it's hard to really pick out what's going on. But I did see some genius on Twitter zoomed in, and it does look like the photo later on in the comics. There's a photo of Charlie that Nick takes of, he's holding up like a baking spoon, and he's in an oven mitt. He's in an oven mitt. He's in
like an apron.
An apron, yeah. And it looks like a recreation of that. So I guess we'll see once we get like the HD look at it.
Yeah.
But my heart almost exploded when I saw the photo from the beach that they took.
Yeah.
So adorable.
It seems like, just from the trailer, it seems like the conversations about Nick coming out are a lot more akin to some of the things that go on in the comics during the chapter Kiss. I wanted to call it Secret, but it's not Secret.
Yeah.
The show
throws me off
when they're, talking about keeping it secret in the comics. So those conversations seem very similar, but like I'm happy with that because I feel like those conversations in the comics were a lot healthier than what was happening in the show.
Yes, yeah. I agree. Okay, then this is when we see the shot of his phone and it says, "I hate math so much. Can't wait to drop it. Haha." And then it says, "I'm so sad you're grounded. I wish I could see you," with a sad face.
Okay, this has been really confusing because I feel like a lot of people have gone back and forth because the picture, like the face, it definitely looks like Nick is the one who's saying all
I
that stuff.
know, but the cut,
then it sends.
that was definitely a weird cut that they did
Yeah,
there.
that's just some strange editing.
It really is.
But it was the source of a lot of debate.
Yeah.
But then it was also the source of a lot of wild speculation about why Nick would be grounded.
Yeah.
And like, oh, does he like punch David in the face? Does he punch Ben in the face? Does he punch David and Ben in the face? There was a lot of punching shitty characters face speculation.
I do think he's gonna fight Ben.
Oh God, if wishing made it so.
Just they have a real energy around them in this. Also, they end up in that white room that I've seen people saying like this is a classic, like this is what isolation looks like in UK grammar school. And I'm like, okay, so this is definitely what that is probably then, if that many people are saying it. So I'm like, maybe they fight and that's how they end up in there. But also I love Nick's bedding this time around. His sheets are so cool.
I did not catch that.
They're like a navy, like dark teal-ish color with
I'll have
like
to go back and look.
Red and orange and like cream, like little squiggles on them. I don't know. They're nice. I like them a lot. But that shot of him in bed looking like he's gonna cry, it hurts me so much.
Yeah, sorry, I just got a chill.
How is the universe agreeing with us? Nobody wants Nick Nelson to be this sad. And then we get this like Tal-El montage where we see them like in the store together, and you hear Elle talking about how like Tao is the worst person to have a crush on. I love Tara being like, but have you tried actually just like flirting with it?
Classic.
And I love the way that Darcy looks at her when she says that, is like pure like adoration. Like, this is the smartest woman on the planet. This is the best thing you could have said. I just love the way she looks at her.
Well, because Darcy's the meddling one. And so for Tara to be meddling, it's just like,
yeah,
such pride.
And since we didn't talk about the stills, I have to just point out like the tiny tie that Tara has is maybe my favorite thing ever. Like, I love tiny things in general, but just like seeing Tara, like of all people, like it just fits. It just makes sense.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
I go between loving it and hating it. Every time I watch it, I just go back and forth. So we'll see where I land once the show is out. And who knows, maybe I'll just continue back and forth for eternity over this tie.
I'm so ready for all of the like really awkward Tal-El flirting. Like,
yes, because what we got in season 1 was excellent, and it's just gonna get amped up to 11.
Yeah, like I'm hitting 5s on the scale watching them in this trailer. What I don't like is that scene where it looks like they're gonna kiss and then she gets up and walks away looking like she is pissed. That one scares me. Don't like it. Not a fan.
Yeah.
Also not a fan of the like Tara Darcy I love you scene. That makes me so sad, and I know that's probably a cut, like it's probably cut together to make it look worse than it is, but still
there's some tricky editing there. It just, for me, it doesn't really seem in character for Darcy.
No, I don't know.
It's just, I need more information, but I'm currently concerned. Yeah.
I'm very resistant to whatever's happening here. I'm not a fan of it. Am a fan of the teachers.
Yes.
I am so excited to see them. Oh, well, I guess before we get to the teachers in it, we see like Nick having a full-on like anxiety attack trying to take a test, which like
Same.
relatable.
Yeah.
Fucking relatable. It looks like math too, maybe.
Yeah, in the Discord, I can't remember who it was, and there's been a lot of discussion, so it would take me forever to search back through. But someone shared the still image of that and was like, the idea of having to take a math exam in a hot, sweaty gymnasium is just like, I forget exactly what they said, but and then there were a couple of people, myself included, who were talking about our experiences taking exams in unair conditioned spaces like that. Mine were always in the cafeteria.
Why don't you just take them in the class?
So I think it was because of just like staffing issues, so that they could have more kids in one space and like have adequate proctors. As opposed to or just like space in general, because we would have a lot of exams going on at once, because there would be the like standardized exams, like the state tests, but then there'd also be different classes that just had regular finals, because we had like a specific, it was called Regents Week, because our standardized tests in New York were the Regents exams. And Regents Week would be all of the standardized state tests for each subject, but then also any class that didn't have a standardized test, if they were having a final exam, it would also be held during that week. So I think it was just kind of a combination of different factors, because there were basically 2 testing sessions per day. There was an AM session and a PM session, and they were each 3-hour windows. So I think it was just to like maximize the space, and also like, I think now having proctored state exams, I think it also helps to keep all of the testing materials in one place. It makes it easier for like sorting through them to send them off to the like grading centers. So there's a bunch of different reasons.
Yeah, we just did ours in the classroom.
Yeah, no. Some of mine were in classrooms, but a lot of like all of the math ones specifically were in the cafeteria.
That's so weird.
The unair conditioned cafeteria. In June.
Why was the cafeteria unair conditioned?
Because 90% of the building is unair conditioned, because it's New York.
That's fair.
And the only part of the building that was air conditioned was the science wing, because that was newer construction. That was added on like in like 2002.
Okay, that's fair.
Yes.
I forgot about the New Yorkness of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we get to see Mr. Ajayi and Mr. Farouk. They
are so cute.
They are so cute. I'm so excited to see more of them. I love the shot on the bus when they're like, "Who's ready for Paris?"
It's so cute, and it's such accurate teacher on a field trip energy.
Yeah.
Like, not me. I'm the one who's just like, all right, everyone sit down and be quiet, because I don't want to get motion sick on this bus. But I definitely have chaperoned groups of kids with teachers who have that energy, where they'll like, you know, introduce the kids to the bus driver and like give a whole speech, and I'm like, can we just get to our destination so that I don't vomit?
Right. I love that everyone cheers except Tao. He like rolls his eyes and looks out the window, but then he smirks like, "But I'm ready. I'm excited."
Yeah. But he's Tao. He can't admit that he's excited.
Yeah. Also, Harry would be the like back center.
Oh, 100%.
Like, that would be, I was like not surprised to fucking see him there.
No.
I don't like the way that Tara is looking at Darcy when Darcy has like her hood up and she's looking out the bus window. Again, it makes me nauseous. Not a fan.
Yeah.
I do love that in the background, though, Isaac is passed out on Sahara's shoulder.
That's perfect.
Ben's gonna be in Paris. Maybe we can just toss him off the Eiffel Tower.
That's why there's so much Ben, is because he actually just dies.
He dies.
Solitaire be damned. He dies in a tragic accident on the top of the Eiffel Tower. I I think that it's all fenced in. I don't think that that's possible. Not that I've ever been to Paris. But that
It
seems
seems like a thing you would want to fence
yeah.
in.
Or like the rails are like too high that like someone couldn't fall or anything, but
Mm-hmm.
girl can dream. No, we do not condone pushing your enemies off of tall structures for legal reasons.
My favorite scene from the trailer is this one of them walking in the street and they see the other queer couple pass by, and the way that Nick, he like whips back around to Charlie.
He holds his
And then
hand.
they hold hands.
This is when I cry every single time. Like it's building, and then their hands lock and the tears fall.
It's so cute.
It is. And it's so real for like young queer kids.
Yes. This is why just being visible matters.
Mm-hmm. It also has very similar energy in a way to the scene in Boyfriend where Nick pulls Charlie in, like at the rugby match, pulls Charlie, and then Tara and Darcy hold hands. Yeah. It has kind of similar energy to that, but just like, you know, like a different vibe.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Can we get the love bite scene?
It's perfect.
It's so good.
It's everything that I could have wanted. The way that that Tao is folded into it now that he knows. It's,
yes.
The interactions in the hotel room between Charlie, Nick, and Tao are making me very excited for the direction that they're taking the friendships there. Now that Tao is in the loop and we don't have to deal with the kind of annoying, dragged out, keeping secrets from Tao all the way through Paris of it all.
I am so ready for comedic relief Will Gao.
Like, yes. You know what we didn't talk about? Tao's haircut is a plot point in the trailer.
Yep. Yeah.
Which is great, because I do love that it's like an in-text thing that's happening, and it's not just like he got a haircut in between you know, the events of episode 8 of season 1 and episode 1 of season 2.
Right. I feel like it's definitely a nod at like, okay, we heard you. No one liked this hair. We're gonna make a point
entirely.
Cut it. But yeah, and I love Kit's delivery of the like, oh my god, is perfect. It's all so good. And we get this quote from Nick that makes me cry. Where he says, you don't have to understand your feelings completely. You don't have to have figured everything out. You can just feel. And for it to come from Nick,
yeah,
shows you like where he's come.
So much growth.
Yeah. And it makes me so emotional.
Yeah. Just all of the feelings all at once. And like the fact that he's talking to Elle about it.
Yeah.
Like it just has this like extra like weight to it because Elle's figuring out her relationship with Tao and probably needs to hear that. Because, you know, it's this thing and she very clearly is worried about their friendship possibly being ruined, which is a very real fear. And I just have a lot of feelings.
I know this season is gonna it's gonna destroy
us.
And then at the end, I mean, there's adorableness all the way through. We get the like Isaac and James sitting up against the wall. We get like shots of the party.
I actually with this shot of Isaac and James, because that is when Nick's quote, like the voiceover for it starts with the like, you don't need to understand your feelings. And like that's really exciting for me because we know from Alice that the show is going to dig more into Isaac's asexuality. And the trailer is setting up this flirtationship or something with James. And I think that could be a really interesting kind of setup to help us kind of dive into that, because that would be a really important message for Isaac if that's the case as well.
Yeah, like the catalyst for him figuring things out.
Yeah.
For sure. We also get this shot of them walking into what looks like maybe prom cleanup the next day or something, because there's like balloons and stuff everywhere.
Was it the aftermath of Tara's birthday?
No, it's different.
No? Okay.
It's a different room.
Okay.
There's like a sign for the staircase too behind them.
Makes sense.
And then at the end, we get fan service 101.
I'm sorry. The greatest scene in the trailer.
It's such a good scene. I'm glad they didn't make us wait for it, because what a way to end the trailer.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's excellent. And, you know, I think if they didn't put it in there would be literal rioting in the streets.
Yeah. They didn't include a recharge scene, which I've seen a lot of people complaining about. But I'm like, they had to leave some stuff for us. So you don't want to see the whole season in the trailer.
Speaking of leaving some stuff, there is no French.
There's also like, is Tori in it at all?
No. We do have a still of Tori.
Yeah.
But
and none of the new characters were really in it either.
No.
Which is interesting.
I'm concerned about the lack of French though.
We know it happened.
No, I know that it happened. I'm worried that Kit's French is bad, and that's why it's not in the trailer.
I mean, they do all tease him about it, so
yeah, that's
I guess we'll
I'm
find
worried.
Out. I mean, if I can live through Angel's Irish, like David Boreanaz's Irish accent, and like all of the British accents that weren't authentic that were on Buffy, I think that I'll be okay with it. I think true. I'll be able to overlook it.
James Marsters' British accent is one of my favorite things on the planet. I don't care how bad it is.
I love all the outfits are amazing. Elle looks phenomenal. I love all the lighting, like the cinematography looks really good. Yeah, I'm really, really, really excited for next week.
Next week, when you guys are listening to this, if you listen to it on the day we drop this, in 1 week, we will have watched it. I'm so excited. And then we get Red, White, and Royal Blue, like, right after it, like, a week later. Be still my gay little heart.
Yeah. There's a lot coming up that's just like, we're eating good.
Yup. Well, I do want to address one more thing, because this is more in the stills.
Okay.
The Ben and Imogen of it all. We did say we were going to address it.
I hate it. Get away from her.
I did see a few people with the take of like, the only way I will accept this if it's like a brief thing and she realizes that he's a piece of shit and drops him for Sahar.
I just don't want her. I want her to reject him. I want him to go after her and her be like,
actually, no.
I think you're gross.
Yeah.
Only if I can throw you off the top of the Eiffel Tower. Yeah, not a fan of that photo. I am not looking forward to whatever's going on in that.
I am not looking forward to any of the Ben, because I don't know what they're doing with him.
It seems like Harry's taking a back seat. Like, I mean, I guess in the comics he also kind of fades out, but like,
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know what's going on. I don't like it.
We don't need him.
Yeah, I don't need him. I'm not interested in a Ben Hope redemption arc. I'm not interested in Ben Hope antihero. I'm not interested in anything other than yeeting Ben Hope off of the top of the Eiffel Tower.
Yes. Yeah. So I don't know.
Or you know what? We could drop kick him into the Seine. That's another option.
Leave him in the catacombs.
No Sarah, no Tori, none of the new characters.
Mm-mm.
Very little Imogen. Very little Isaac.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we get snippets of him here and there, you know. But worrying Tara Darcy stuff.
I'm not ready.
Me neither.
But also give it to me now.
Yeah.
Oh, do you think that they're gonna let Charlie say the full fuck, or do you think that they're gonna cut it off like they do in the trailer?
I am hoping for some fucks.
I hope so too, but I was just curious.
Yeah. Well,
it could cut.
There's a language warning.
I know, but that doesn't mean that that's going to be the fuck we
Yeah. And I mean, so here's the thing. For a PG-13 movie, which is kind of like the equivalent of a TV-14, you get one fuck.
Yeah.
And something that's very fun in PG-13 movies is the clever working around additional fucks and the use of that single fuck.
Yeah.
And like, if we're gonna give it to anyone, it better be Nick.
That's why I was like, do you think that they're gonna let him fully say it there, or do you think they'll cut it off and we'll get it somewhere else?
You know, we'll see. And I'm also like, is it once per season or do we get one per episode? Because that would be very fun.
That's a good question.
I don't know if this is a rule for TV ratings. If you do know, let me know. Because I don't know.
Share the knowledge.
All right. That just about wraps us up for this little chat. And until next time, bye.
Bye.